Hi, everybody. We're going to go over the expression to go off the deep end. To go off the deep end is to erupt in a certain, it's to erupt in a certain emotional burst of anger. It's to get, yeah, to get suddenly angry or emotional over an event, a situation, anything. And this can also somewhat apply to someone that is behaving in a bit of a strange way. So this is another way in which we can use to go off the deep end. Um, Now I can go ahead and start off using you as a subject. So I can say you, and let's just say you got very angry. Let's say you got really, really angry. And this was sometime in the past. I would say you went off the deep end. You went off the deep end. Now, if this has been kind of a steady thing, if it's been kind of steady and then it's just happened today, I would say you have done gone off the deep end. You have done gone off the deep end. Um, and when I can also say you tend to go off the deep end. You tend to go off the deep end. This means it's sometimes. Sometimes you go off the deep end. So that's why I'm using tend because tend to because that's just going to mean it's very intermittently. Um, and we can also use third person pronouns for this. You know, he went off the deep end, or he has done gone off the deep end, or she tends to go off the deep end. So you're going to have different variations that you can use. Um, Now, if this is a constant thing, let's say you are getting angry all the time, you're always getting angry, or you're just having these sudden outbursts of anger, I would say you're always going off the deep end. You're always going off the deep end. I can also use constantly. This is going to carry pretty much the same meaning as always, which means it's quite often. So, yeah, you're constantly going off the deep end. Now, we can also say, I can also just say you instead of you are. I can say you always go off the deep end. You always go off the deep end. You constantly go off the deep end. So, yeah, those are a few different variations if you want to give some frequency um, describing how often someone goes off the deep end. Now you can also give a command if I have an issue with you always getting very angry or just getting suddenly emotional, I can say stop going off the deep end or don't go off the deep end. So that would just me be telling you stop getting so angry, chill. So to go off the deep end is to suddenly become angry over something, and it can also apply in some cases to a person who may just be acting very strangely or weirdly. So yes, that is going to conclude this lesson, and thank you very much for following along.